Welcome to Ricky Vaz Chat. Hey! It's been a long time, but I am back. And we got a lot of great things going on right now. I am loving this Moscato, courtesy of our special guest that's coming in to talk, but we'll chat about her later. As you know, I am Ricky Vaz, and of course, I am special and wonderful. For those of you that don't know, I am a recording freestyle artist. I'm glad I'm 16 years proud. I have dealt with such fantastic artists and producers, you know, from artistic as well as, you know, Artie Productions and everything in between, pitch control and all that good stuff. And now here I am, and I'm going to chat with a very good friend of mine. I want to give shout outs to Barbara and Armando for allowing us to have this little shindig at their place. I want to give a shout out to our cameraman, our magic man, the children, and everybody else that's around here. So cheers to all of you. What are you pointing? Oh, yeah, and we got Freestyle Mania Brazil playing in the background. Freestyle Mania Brazil. So we're just going to be jamming out. We're going to chill. We're going to chit-chat. We're going to bug out. We're going to have fun. Joining me is a fellow Rock City 585 member. She has started in such labels as Dark October with a wonderful hit called Tell Me, and has moved forward with such productions with Full Moon and also NSR. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful to have her here. She's a good dear friend of mine. We go back like diapers and pacifiers from the Clinton Ave days, girl, let me tell you. Okay, so give it up for the one and only Michelle Nieves. Welcome. See, we gotta clink every time. Clink, 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 clink. Welcome, Michelle. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great. Thank you.
It just feels good to know that somebody from the Rock is here. Garbage Plate.
Oh my
Continental
goodness.
Pizza.
Yes, Pudgy.
Salvatore and Pudgy. Oh my Lord. Yes, yes, yes. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I just have to wish you. I just have to tell you congratulations. It's been a road for both of us because, you know, we've been in this the same amount of years and everything. With you know, even though we have had different labels that we've dealt with and everything, but somehow here we are.
Yes.
With all that at the end, we are together, and that's awesome. You know, and it's courtesy of a lot of the bands and the freestyle artists, the other fellow freestyle artists that we circle ourselves with. So tell me, just in a nutshell, how are you feeling right now? What's like as far as like where you stand with this music?
I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm beginning to take off again. I know there was a point where I stopped, and my career is beginning to take off again, and I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to what is to come.
And I gotta tell you, you come back with such a bang. I mean, she really did. She had locked herself with the great circle of people, and you know, and I speak from experience because I know the talent that's backing her up, and it's fantastic. So to actually even have the opportunity to share the stage with you was also great. You got our Valentine's Day show. Remember Joe Terrell and Marla and Julio and all them?
Yes.
Fantastic. That was a Valentine's Day show that you could not forget. I'm telling you.
That was amazing.
It was great. It was great.
That was an honor.
Yes, yes. So just real quick.
Amy Tori.
Yes, Amy Tori, and then what's the new girl? Candy, what's her name?
Santiago,
Yeah, she was the new girl. She was the cute rookie girl too. Yeah. But I mean, here we are. I mean, we've shared stages. We've been to a couple of concerts together. I mean, again, we're from the same block, and it's just really cool. You know, I get to chill with this girl. A special reason why today being special is because, you know, she's going to be heading back to Rochester to our stomping grounds. And, you know, and it's probably, you know, again, you know, for the better, you know, we're gonna definitely miss you out here, right? We're gonna miss you out here in the Florida area. But it's not gonna stop you. There's no ending to Sweet and Sassy. There's no end to Michelle Nieves with this music, and I feel like you're gonna be doing a lot more when you come back. I mean, how do you feel about what's coming up ahead?
I'm excited, and I look forward to whatever there is to come, and I know there's good things coming. Nothing but good things.
Yes, you know, I even know a little secret one that's going to be happening too, because, you know, as you know, as us artists, we can't really say much, but at the same time, there is a lot of wonderful things that are going on behind the scenes.
Collaborations.
A lot of different collaborations, and it's very unique because that's the thing with freestyle is, you know, there's so much negativity with the freestyle music, and see, my thing is a lot of people want to blame it on the music. And it's not fair to the music because as much as we love the music so much, how do you feel about that? Well, how do you feel that when people say that freestyle is dead and how why they blame it on the music for being dead, and knowing what we see online and everything. I mean,
right. What I see online every day, it saddens me because I think as the Latin community in freestyle, we have to keep the freestyle alive, and it saddens me that we all, that everybody. It's about It's not about competition. We have the same passion. Everybody has the same passion to write and to sing and to do good. To bring the people, the fans, what they love and what we love to do, bring it forward. And it saddens me that we have to be on each other's necks and on each other's back and always bickering back and forth. Like, I think we need to unite as a community and as the genre, with a freestyle. We need to keep that alive. And if we're fighting against each other, that's making us. It's not doing good for us. We need to stand together and stand strong and collaborate and unite.
And I noticed, and you are a prime example of that because again, you working with Full Moon, and you have the opportunity to even catch up with like NSR, and even from your stomping grounds, with Dark October and everything, it was just that opportunity that I remember when the compilation first came out for Dark October. It was back in 1999, and I'll tell you why it was such an important year for us. Because in 1999, the same year that Dark October came out, Freestyle Mania Volume 2, courtesy of Artistic Records, that came out at the same time. So it was almost like a competition thing. I remember being at the Puerto Rican Festival in -- it was really. I do remember that. I do remember you performed. You and a couple of the other artists and everything, and it was more of a. So me, the experience with that, because at that time I was just really getting started myself, and I was fortunate enough to meet like Andrea, and then Andrea pointed me to like Louis Valentine and the whole artistic crew, and just get things started on my end too. So we have our base, and then you and I, thanks to your family and another mutual friend of ours, Mr. Taguan Nieves, Mr. Ricardo Nieves, is also your family. And I worked with him throughout the years, in Rochester. 585 was a heavy stomping ground.
Shout out to Ricky Nieves.
So, shout out to you, Tag. No matter what, you were there for us in the beginning, and you were around. I mean, there's so many people that really brought us here today, and here we are, 15 plus years later, and we are living. Yeah, exactly. We're living proof that freestyle still exists because we're still recording.
Yes.
I have the luxury of working with Willie Valentine and our Artie and Burke One and Faves and Jay Allums and then you yourself, working with Andrea Martin and Angel Mena and as well, even back in the days with Kurt and everything. It's all different types of experiences that we've had. And what was it like the first time when you got into the studio the first time?
Oh my God!
What was the experience like? What was the adrenaline? Was there like adrenaline?
It was an adrenaline rush because it's been a dream of mine, and I never thought that it would. It was surreal, And when I was in there, I'm like, oh my God, I'm really in a booth and I'm recording a song that I wrote, And it was overwhelming. It was amazing.
Oh, I have to agree with you on that because your first time is always the really initiation to really let the people that are actually backing you up really kind of feel you out, and here I am, just this punk kid at 18 trying to record a track and thinking that I'm really awesome about it and everything, and it was overwhelming. It was fun. It was a great experience. It was a weird experience, but I mean the outcome of it, and the great thing is that you've been on various compilations. You actually even really slipped away as a single, courtesy of Full Moon.
Yes.
And then you're going to be, continuing to move forward too because you're going to be working on some new material as well.
I'm on a compilation, Full Moon recording. I think it's Freestyle Nights, and it's coming out in July. Compilation, look out for that. Definitely with Andrea Martin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrea Martin.
She's been doing really good. I gotta tell you, if it wasn't for Andrea, where I stand today is because of Andrea. And meeting her in her circle allowed me to move forward where I stand, and got a chance to meet the next level of people, and then and really recording for myself. So Andrea does have a big part of that, and it's whether or not nobody believes it, but it is true. I remember was the Puerto Rican Festival your first time being on stage? That time back in '99, was that one of your first times performing ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how did that feel? How did that feel? I got my stories too.
It was amazing. I was just like, I'm up here. I'm performing for the people. I have people watching me and loving me, and You know, it was amazing. It was amazing. I had family there. It was really good. It was really an adrenaline rush. It was amazing. It was a dream come true. It was amazing.
Everybody in the audience, you guys got any questions that you want to ask any of us as far as, where do you see us? Okay, we have a question from the one and only Mr. Magic Man.
Well, it's not really a question. I just want to say to Michelle, first time meeting you out in Tampa, when we went out to go see Brenda K. Star. I didn't know when you was on, when Vicky told me about you, okay? Now, that day when I saw Brenda K. Star performing, and when she gave you the mic, now let me tell you, when I heard the voice of you, my God, you was just amazing. And I saw the reaction in your face meeting up with that girl. But I tell you one thing, I knew it right there, this woman right here is the next freestyle right here. So,
that was a great night too. I mean,
we had a great night and everything.
A lot of us
and
were there
I'm
for
just
that.
telling you, keep doing what you're doing, girl, because I know it, you're gonna make it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That means a lot. That was an amazing moment back when Brenda K. Star was performing, and she actually asked me. I know this was kind of a mistake of mine because a lot of people said it. She wanted me to come up stage, but I felt like I was gonna take her spotlight, and I didn't want to do that. But a lot of people said, I should have went up there. But that was an amazing. I am a big fan of Brenda K. Star, and that was such an honor. I was just so blown away. That was an honor.
I think the outcome afterwards, the result was great because you did about a good minute with her, 30 seconds to a minute with her, and it was Herida, wasn't it Herida?
My favorite.
Exactly.
Song.
So what better way to sing with one,
My
somebody that we
favorite
look
song.
up to, and it's a great experience. So.
And I appreciate. I guess she thanked me. I guess. And anyway, she thanked me. She appreciated that, and I appreciated that she, that she saw that. She's like, oh, great vocals and amazing. Thank you.
And that's ultra when a fan, somebody that we grew up, watching on the stage and watching on TV, and to them to thank you,
Yeah.
it's just ultra because it just means that we're doing our job
Yes.
as recording artists as well. And
Yes.
so that's awesome. So we
Thank
got
you.
more questions. Okay, we got one from the woman of the house,
Oh,
Ms.
yeah.
Barbara Cologne.
Hello. I just have a question for you. You two, Ricky, both of you. When is it? Where were you? How old were you when you first heard your first freestyle song? And what do you remember feeling or thinking when you heard that song? And what song was it?
Mine was when I was 12 and a half, 13. Judy Torres, There's No Reason to Cry. And she blew me away with that voice. And to this day, I look up to her, and she's one of the main reasons why I wanted to pursue my singing career. I look up to her, and I wait for the day to meet her. I spoke to her on the phone, but it's not the same. But she was my inspiration, definitely.
For me, it's been a couple of various things because back in the days, like my mom and my tia, my cousins, they used to do the basement parties, and we used to hear Shannon a lot. We used to hear a lot of Expose, and I just remember my uncle. They used to break dance, and my cousins, they used to always want to be the break dancers and stuff. So it definitely was really young for me. I want to say as far as collecting, because there are true collectors out there of all levels of freestyle. Good, bad, Texas, Cali, Canada, all the Northeast, everything. There are really true heavy collectors out there. And at one point in time, I really was that person. And I want to say that happened around the age of 14, 15. And I remember it started with like the whole Metropolitan Tasmanian thing.
Yes.
And it got to that phase. And then before that, we had DJs and stuff that would tell us, we got this compilation coming out, order it with me, grab it out. So we used to have people that like for record theaters, remember like record theater,
Yeah.
the wall. Oh yeah,
Yes,
so we used to have it ready. We used to be on lockdown when the next compilation, the next album would come out. I'll be the first one there to collect it. Yeah, so so again, from youth to I remember having like my first cassette, probably about the age of 10. And I remember having like Endless Nights with Cynthia.
Yes.
And it was like the full extended version. Yeah, so and that I can remember it thoroughly because it was like it was a tape of my cousins and I borrowed it and it went from borrowing to keeping it. So and it just happened to be
You're not getting it back.
Yeah, exactly. You're not getting it back.
What was this? What's this?
Oh, we were both at Rochester, and back in New
Back
York.
from Rochester, New York.
Rochester.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's coming.
Yeah.
So Reina's got a question. Reina, the princess of the house. What do you got? Talk to us. What's up?
How old were you when you recorded your first song?
I was 18. It was December of 1998, and I remember it clearly because I had left with Willie Valentine to his studio a couple days before the actual concert in Rochester, New York. So I was 18 still.
I started writing when I was 19, 20, and I recorded when I was 24, 25, yeah.
You got a question, Manny?
Yes, I got a question. Go ahead. Since you was talking about Cynthia, my question is, when we went to go see Cynthia that day in Tampa, and you actually got close to Cynthia.
You mean in Orlando?
And my mistake, in Orlando. You got close to her, and you sang actually with her. What was the feeling like, Ricky?
See, the thing with that was, it just happened to be like my all-time favorite song of her, How I Love It. And she was singing, yeah, and I'm telling you, I had a great, I know Cynthia's nephew, Dennis Torres, aka Gemini, which is a great EDM recording artist. And I remember finding out that, that was his aunt and everything, and, and she was one of the inspirations, between her, Judy, male-wise, it would have been like at the time, actually, no, it was actually like Tenacia, and this guy Suave and stuff, because
No CBB?
no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody that loves freestyle loves CBB. But when I really started enjoying and really started listening to freestyle, it was at my teen age, and that's when the whole Tasmania thing happened.
Yeah,
the whole, like,
you're right.
Your
Absolutely.
Pleasure, the
Yeah.
Pain, the Sonaya, and Stephanie Bennett, and the Samantha Gavacios. I mean, I knew the old school, like, the giggles, the tenacious, the usual
Yes.
circle. But to really, really get the feel of wanting to write and sing and meeting up with the right people, it was that era with the Tasmanians, and even when Artistic began too. So, Andrea had really put me onto Artistic. And because of that, moving forward, I was like, this is just like crazy. One of the best type of music, and what better way to be a part, with this circle, Hi, Barb.
Hi. Another question. Who's the first artist that you met, both of you?
For me, it was Little Susie. It was Little Susie and Heavens.
For me,
In Rochester?
it was a few. It was because I opened up in Buffalo in 2002. I opened up
remember
for
that.
George
Miss
Lamar,
Sam,
yeah.
Noel, Miss
No,
Sam
oh my
Melendez.
God,
I remember
Cynthia,
that.
and I got to meet them all.
Yeah.
I opened up for them in Buffalo. So those are the first, and we did a pre-interview at DJ Paradise's house.
It stopped. It flashed.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I was starstruck. So those are it was more than one, but it was amazing. It was amazing.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
You remember, right? All them.
I wasn't there. Actually, I was living in Florida back at that time, and I happened to come back, and it was probably about 2 weeks after that night, and I saw the video
The
recording.
video, yeah, that was in 2002.
Yeah,
2002.
That's right.
And I opened up for them. That was such an honor, and we were all sitting on the same couch. It was amazing. That DJ Paradise interview, and I was able to meet them, and I was starstruck. I was blown away. It was amazing.
Manny?
Okay. In the future, will we be able to see Ricky Vaz and Michelle Nieves do a duet together?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a 585 deal, why not? I feel a clinkies. I mean, Michelle and I have we've scribbled on a bunch of stuff. I thought of a couple different ideas for her. Kind of help
We've
her
gone
out
back
with
and forth.
Yeah, trying to help with a couple different songs and stuff. And I want to say yes, because with where we stand right now, it's going to be fantastic. I
There's gonna be, look forward to something.
Yeah, just look forward to something.
We're not gonna say.
We don't know
look
when.
forward to it.
Okay, now truthfully, we don't know when, but believe me, this is something that we feel that it's gonna happen. So yeah, I mean, at some point in time, it will happen. Battery's dying. Is that what I'm seeing? We gotta cut it. Is that what I'm hearing? One more question, then we gotta go. So,
We gotta go.
last question, Raymond. What do you got?
Have you ever sang with a freestyle artist, and who was it?
Well,
I know the Brenda K. Star was like the one, you know.
she's the only one. Brenda K-Star is the only one, which I love her and I idolize her and I love her, and it's amazing that I was able to sing with her. But as far as like together on stage, no one yet. No one yet. I mean,
Well, me, you know, having a track with like Andrea, you know, we have our duet together, so I've shared the stage with her plenty of times, as well as Truth and a couple of others. So I have had my fair share of sharing the stage. Even like with like Jaquan and the Nasty Boys and everything. Who else? Ian Ice. There was a couple other people that we would just bug out and you know we were freestyling on the stage. It was good times.
yeah, but yeah, me and Andrea will be performing together on
Be ready
duet
for
in
that.
Texas, July 11th.
All right, and then
We'll
we
be
have
doing it
Magic
over and
Mandy
over.
Birthdays Party July 18th here at Mi Casa in Orlando, Florida as well. I want to thank everybody for watching us. This was great. One more time for the 585. Cheers to you. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, same to
Best.
you. Thank you.
And
miss you guys.
this is Ricky Vaz Chad, and I'll be around interviewing more people. We're gonna try to keep this going so that way we can get a bunch of artists, points of views, and see where they stand from the past and today. I think this is gonna be a great opportunity, and so stay tuned.
definitely.
So and don't be afraid to share your opinions on this experience. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot more coming in the future.
Yes.
So
Thank
we
you.
love you, and don't forget to eat your grapes.
Freestyle forever.
Freestyle, yeah. Right. Cut. See, that's what I'm